morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn how to tell time to the hour on an analog clock. This is an analog clock. It has numbers and hands. The other type of clock is called a digital clock, and that's where you just see the numbers on the screen of the clock. Okay, so when you do time to the hour, that means it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. So right now the clock is showing 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is when both hands are pointing at the 12. Each time the clock goes around for 1 hour and the big hand gets to the top, it's now 1 o'clock. If I take the hands around another whole time, it's 2 o'clock. Each hour that goes by, the small hand will move to the next number. In order to have it be the hour, the big hand is the one that has to point at the 12. So if I go like this, it's 3 o'clock. So something you might want to think about, if you started soccer practice at 3 o'clock and soccer practice took 2 hours, what time would it be? Well, what we do is make the big hand go around 2 times to see what time it will be. So if soccer's at 3, this is 1 more hour, 2 more hours. That means it is now 5 o'clock. So 2 hours after 3 o'clock is 5 o'clock. There is a lot of practice you can do with time to the hour in your book. The pages that you're going to need are 589 through 594. So on here, what you do is you put the hands on the clock and read it. You can all see the big hands at the 12, the small hands at the 5, so that would be 5 o'clock. On the back page, it's telling you that there are 2 kinds of clocks. This is an analog clock. The hour hand is shorter than the minute hand. If it points to the hour, the minute hand is longer, it points to the minute. So this is 3 o'clock because the small hand is telling the hour, which is 3, and this is telling how many minutes. So this is 3 o'clock. So they want you to go onto this page and put the time that you see on each clock. It says here for you, o'clock. So what you're doing is reading whatever the small hand is pointing at and writing that number on the line. For example, the small hand here is pointing at 9. So this clock says 9 o'clock. Okay, you're going to do the same thing by yourself. Try not to have parents help you with this one and have them check you afterward to see if you've done it correctly. This is just telling the hour. So that would be just 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. On the back of this page, there are some word problems, and it says Ava gets home at 3 o'clock. Evan gets home 1 hour later. What time does Evan get home? Remember, the hands will go around 1 time, and the hour hand will move from the 3 to the next number. The second problem says Roger begins reading books at 7 o'clock. He read for 1 hour. What time does he stop? Well, if you put the hour hand on the 7 and you go around 1 time, the next number is going to be 1 hour later. And the last problem says Antonio tried to set the hands on his clock for 9. Tell why he's wrong. What did he do wrong there, boys and girls? Can you write that down for me and bring it to your next class meeting? If you'd like a little extra practice, go ahead and do the My Homework page. Hopefully this explains to you how to tell time to the hour. Next time we meet, we will try to the half an hour.